It's so awesome to just be able to beat people with your keyboard. So hello gamers, I am scared of this video. This is going to take a really long time because today we're going to be ranking every melee in Phantom Forces. Now there are a lot of melees, so we're going to try to go through these very fast. I have all of them basically, except a couple of the event ones, and I do have a few of the event ones, so yeah, we're just going to go through all the unlockable ones because I have every melee. If you want to know how I got so many melees, I have a very simple strategy for getting them, and I made a video. It's like how to get melees Phantom Forces. Just look it up, it's on my channel. If you sort by most popular, you'll probably find it because that video did pretty well. But anyways, there's the knife. I'm already dead. The knife is the default fast running one that has a torso kill. Not a torso kill, it has a backstab kill. And it's pretty good, and I'm dead. The tactical spatula is basically the exact same thing, except I believe it walks slightly slower. No, it says the exact same. Next up is the Tanzanite blade. The Tanzanite blade is pretty cool. Fast walk speed, lots of cool sound effects, and it tends to backstab a lot because it's a decent size melee. Next up is the Krampus Kukri. This one's pretty good. I should probably be ranking these. Knife gets like a 7 out of 10. Tanzanite blade is like an 8 out of 10. Tactical spatula is like a 7.5 out of 10. This one is like another 7.5 out of 10. It's a pretty good melee, but wow, okay. Next one's Karambit. This one gets a 10 out of 10. Fast walk speed, not a very good blade range, but it's just a fun melee to use. It has a really good backstab hitbox, like it backstabs pretty often. The hunting knife is a 9 out of 10. It's not a super good melee, but I love this inspect animation. It looks so nice. And it's not a horrendous melee. It's not a super good melee, but it's not horrendous. McClith gets a 9.5 out of 10. It's still really fast, but it has a very nice blade range and a very nice backstab rate. Like, it seems to one-shot a lot, and the inspect animation isn't that cool, but it doesn't really matter that much. This is more of a cool melee to run around and slash people and destroy them. Then we got the Cleaver. This one's like a 6 out of 10. I don't like it. It might be a decent melee, but like, it doesn't look that cool. It just has a regular inspect animation. I don't know why you'd use this one over anything else. Then you got the Ritual Sickle. This one doesn't look that cool, but it's not terrible. It has cool sound effects, I guess. Then you got the Key. This one's like a 6 out of 10. It looks bad. It's tiny. You may as well just use the knife, and the Jade Key is cooler. Then you got the Machete. This one's like a 7 out of 10. It's pretty good. It has a decent blade range, backstab, and whatever. It doesn't have like the best walk speed or anything, and it doesn't really look that cool. Then you got the Ice Pick. This used to look kind of cool, but not that cool, and then they actually changed it, and I don't know when they changed it, but it looks really cool now. So this one probably gets a 9 out of 10. I remember I used to use this thing. Pretty fast walk speed, swing speed, and everything. It's actually pretty good. And next you got the Tomahawk. This one's a decent melee. I'd say it's like an 8.5 out of 10. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, I'm actually just gonna F5. Oh, wow. Okay, that running animation is sick. It gets a 9 out of 10 for this running animation. That's really cool looking. I like the pocket knife. It looks like a Swiss Army knife, but it's like a really bad melee, so it probably gets, I don't even know, maybe a 7 out of 10. The Havoc Blade is another, it would be 10 out of 10 for looks, but I hate this thing. Like, I never get any kills with it. I did make a video on it, so I guess I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Oh, okay, did they buff this thing? Yeah, still a 9 out of 10 though. Then you got the Jason. This is a pretty cool like machete melee. It's different from the machete that's already in the game. I'd say it's pretty good, but when you run with it, it looks kind of dorky, so I don't really like it. So 7.5 out of 10 for this one. Then you got the Dark Heart. This one has cool sound effects. I kind of like the sound effects. So I guess it's a 7.5 out of 10. Then you got the Link Sword. This one's a 10 out of 10. Lots of cool sound effects. It has the slash and like the, I don't know, the entire like swing. I don't remember what they're called, like the different attack types. But I really like this melee. It's one of my favorites in the game. It even has the doing when you vault like this. Wait, hold on. That, do you hear that? Really cool. That one gets a 10 out of 10. And of course you got the Jade Key, and yeah, I have this is kind of a flex to own. It's ranked like 10,000, and you could only get it like 3 years ago during the Ready Player One event. Oh, that guy's so mad. But yeah, it's actually a pretty bad melee, and I barely used it, but it is pretty cool that I have it. Now we're on to the two-hand blades. This is the Hattori. This is a cool samurai sword. It's awesome. It's really cool. It gets a 9.5 out of 10. Then you got the Zero Cutter. This is one of the favorites. I think it's from Mega Man, and if you inspect it, it makes a really weird noise, apparently. But yeah, this one's a 10 out of 10. Then you got the World Buster. I absolutely despise this. It looks cool in the menu, but it looks bad when you hold it. It walks incredibly slow, but I guess a cool thing about it is that it like kills anywhere on the body. Doesn't even have to be a backstab, which, you know, that's pretty nice. I'm even like sliding and it's still impossible to hit stuff. Oh no, it swings so slow too. Then you got the Noob Slayer. This is obviously a 10 out of 10. I don't know if I rated the other one, but that one's like a 7 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10. It gives off this red light. It is from Doom Eternal and just Doom 2016, you know. It is awesome. It's the Crucible. It doesn't actually like kill every single time, but it is pretty cool. Then you got the Zircon Trident. This is a Terraria weapon, so of course it's gonna get like 9.5 out of 10. It's not actually from Terraria. It looks kind of like the Inferno Fork from Terraria, if you guys know what that is. Maybe I'll put a thing up on screen. But this actually has some really good blade attacks like this. It has like a lot of charge up time every time you do that, but it has a ton of range. This is, I think, from like Final Fantasy. This one probably gets like a 9.5 out of 10. It also was a Terraria weapon, but they didn't actually implement it in the game since it was a reference to the Final Fantasy one. If it's from Final Fantasy, it's a reference to whatever it's from. And of course, the Chosen one is a 10 out of 10. I like Star Wars. This is a cool lightsaber. It makes the actual lightsaber noises, which is cool. Does it have an inspecting? No, it doesn't have an inspecting, but it does make like the ambient lightsaber noises, which is really sick. Then you got the Nordic War Axe. This one's like an 8 out of 10. I've never really used it, but it actually feels pretty cool to walk with it, and I'm pretty sure it's a decent melee. Then you got the long sword. This is basically whatever the other sword is called, but a lot shorter. It's like a regular sword versus like a claymore. The other one's like a claymore. This one's like a 7.5 out of 10. Then you got the fire axe. This is pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure it's a pretty good melee. But why would you use this melee when you can have a melee like the what is it, the hatchet or whatever it is, the tomahawk? So this one's like a 7.5. The tomahawk is way cooler. Then you got the Zweihander. This is the claymore. This thing is freaking massive. Like, look at the size of this sword. It's insane, and it makes a noise when you inspect it for some reason. This is basically the better World Buster. I'm pretty sure this can kill from like 20 studs away. It's stupid, but like it still walks super slow, so it's not like insane or anything. For one-hand blunts, first off we got the Maglite Club, which I actually own, like an actual Maglite, and the inspect animation for this one is cool. Also, Zweihander is like a 9 out of 10. The inspect animation for this one is really cool looking, but it's not a good melee, and I don't really think it looks good when you walk with it, so it gets a 7 out of 10. Then you got the Tanzanite Pick. This is another really cool melee. Probably not as cool as the Diamond Sword, but it's still freaking Minecraft pickaxe, so you can't hate on it. It makes cool noises. It's not super good, but it's definitely not a bad melee either. I see it backstabbing quite a bit, so this one's another 9 out of 10. Then you got the Toy Gun. This one's going straight to 10 out of 10. It literally shoots darts, which basically means it's the first Nerf gun. Dude, this guy's really gonna... Oh, yeah, SFG'd me. Good job. Then you got the Mjolnir. Normally, this wouldn't be that cool. Like, I don't think it looks that cool, just a hammer. But it has this, which is that you can actually, if you hold down F, swing it out. And that looks super sick, so that definitely gives it a 10 out of 10. Then you got the keyboard. This one's insane. RGB keyboard. It's not even plugged in, so I don't know how the lights are on. Maybe it's a wireless keyboard. I don't know. It gets a 9.5 out of 10. Actually, you know what? It gets a 10 because it's just so cool. A lot of these melees I don't like, and a lot of these melees I really like. And this is definitely one of the ones that I really like. It's so awesome to just be able to beat people with your keyboard. When I got it, I was actually super happy, just because who doesn't want to beat people to death with a keyboard? That's freaking awesome, dude. Then you got the candy cane. This one gets like, actually, whoa. You see this? This is like cell shaded. This actually looks really cool. What is this inspect animation? That's so cool. You eat the candy cane. It actually makes pretty sus sound effects. Okay, this one's another 10 out of 10. I didn't even think it was gonna be a 10 out of 10. I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, a 6 out of 10, but it's actually so cool. You know what? It's a 9 out of 10. Yeah, it's a 9. You can't say that a candy cane is on the same level as a lightsaber. Then you got the crowbar. And just for this run animation, it immediately goes to 10 out of 10. It's the Half-Life 2 run animation, and I guess Half-Life 1, both Half-Lives. And it's so cool. Like, who doesn't like, look at this. This looks so cool. And the thing is, my FOV is turned up, so normally you wouldn't be able to see your hand, but it's so cool that it actually has like a Gordon Freeman run animation. Fun fact about Stick Grenade, it's actually my first legendary I ever got. And this is kind of just like a knife upgrade, sort of. It's not really that cool, so I think it gets like 7 out of 10. ASP Baton gets like 8 out of 10. It's not super cool looking. In between games, I'm going through these really quick, so the video isn't like super long. But then we got Holiday Tea. I think this one might have a cool inspect as well. Let's see this. Okay. All right. Oh, that's a cool inspect, dude. It makes like a cracking noise when you swing it. This one's another 9.5. All the event melees are super well made. I love these inspect animations. That is so cool that it does that. The swings on this thing are not that good. Oh, come on, bro. Yeah, that wasn't even a backstab and it killed. What the heck? Oh. Is this not like a backstab kill thing? It normally does 61 damage. That's not that good. Then, of course, you got the Trench Mace. Now, this one's a classic. It goes to 8.5 out of 10 because of that. Oh, we're having a melee fight. Get out of here. It's not a super good melee, but I think it's like the first one I unlocked via ranks. It's only rank 23, and it's one of the oldest melees in the game. I'm not even going to use this one. I made a video on this a long time ago called Phantom Forces Clonk. I regretted making that video so much. I got 46 kills on it, and it was not a very good melee, so it gets a 6 out of 10. The Nightstick is another 9 out of 10, because, man, look at this. This run animation is so cool, and you actually like swing it. The left click attack is pretty cool, and the right click attack is even cooler, even though it's like not that good. Then you got the Brass Knuckle. This one goes to 10 out of 10. It has a ridiculous walk speed, and that makes it so nice. Like, come on, bro, look at this. Look at this. Look at this walk speed. I'm just running around these guys. I'm doing circles around them. Then you got the Cricket Bat. This one goes to a solid 7 out of 10. I don't like how it looks, and it's not that cool. Then you got the Frying Pan. This one's a nice 9 out of 10. I had a gold skin on it, but for some reason I sold it. This was a long time ago, by the way, like a year and a half. I could have had a TF have 2 gold frying pan, but I never did that. But now we're on the 2 hand blunts. First off, the Warhammer. I think I got gold on this thing, but dude, it's so annoying. It's slow. The run animation isn't cool. This one's like a 5 out of 10, dude. It's probably one of those kill anywhere melees, I think, but it's so annoying. Why would you ever use this thing? Then you got the hockey stick. This one's like a 7 out of 10. It's not terrible, but it doesn't really look that cool. Then you got the sledgehammer. This is an 8 out of 10. Oh my gosh, what is that inspect animation? It's a cool melee. Then you got the Zircon slam sickle. I don't even know what this looks like. This is supposed to be another Terraria one, I think, but like it doesn't really look like any Terraria melee or anything in Terraria. I mean, there is the death sickle, but like, wait, what is this melee anyways? Doesn't really look like the death sickle, not that much. It looks like the dark harvest, kind of like the whip. But yeah, I have 35 kills on this one. This one gets an 8 out of 10. Baseball bat isn't that cool. I guess it gets like a 7 out of 10. Then you got the banjo. This one goes straight to 10 out of 10. It's a pretty bad melee, but come on, you're hitting somebody with a banjo. That's awesome. It actually makes like banjo noises when you hit somebody with it, which is just awesome, dude. It's cool. I didn't even know this melee existed. It's the stylus brush. Stylus brush is weird. I didn't even know that existed. It gets like a 5 out of 10. It's weird. Oh yeah, and then there's Clementine. This is another 10 out of 10. It's kind of like the axe from Terraria. Oh wait, there is actually, you can play guitars in Terraria now. I forgot about that. Then you got the void staff. This one is awesome. Honestly, this one goes to 10 out of 10. It's got this cool aura, like purple around it, and also it's got the lightning attack. The main attack is pretty fast, and then it's got the lightning. Let's see if I can lightning a guy. Oh yeah. Wait, what? That didn't even kill him? Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so Void Staff is a 10 out of 10. Then we got the best melee in the game. This thing does 200 backstab damage. Pretty good front stab damage. It kills when it backstabs though, and man, it backstabs all the time. Come here, dude. I have 100 Morningstar kills. That's kind of crazy. I only used it for like 2 days. But yeah, right now I'm just using Karambit. I only have 39 kills on it because I don't really use melees. I barely get any kills with them. It's usually just my secondary. But yeah, that was ranking every melee in Phantom Forces. If you guys enjoyed, please like and sub, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.